So our next guest is one of our very recent additions to the adoption floor. And he is also one of our bigger dogs. I think we only have one other dog that's bigger than he is, and that's going to be Sirius, who weighs in at about 92 pounds. This guy, 82 pounds. So still quite a large dog. You know, I personally haven't had much opportunity to get to know with him because he's so new to the adoption floor. But everyone says that he's just a big goofy guy. You know, he does no sit. He's very friendly. He takes treats nicely. Nobody's having any real issues with him. But as a big dog, as they often do, doesn't necessarily walk super nicely on the leash. So he would benefit from some polite leash walking training, as well as maybe a harness, just to make sure that he's not pulling on his neck, injuring his neck in any way. But also, if you're clipping those leashes to the front clip, it also helps with that, you know, I want to walk in a straight line so that I don't get my body turned sideways. So there are a lot of things like that. And in our adoption interviews, if we know that a dog is struggling with leash walking, we can go over some of those tips to kind of make sure that they're going to kind of acclimate and learn to do those things a little bit better. But his overall behavior assessment is one of the better assessments of the dogs that we have on the floor. You know, he's friendly, excited. He doesn't really jump up. He seems to react favorably to the other dogs. No issues with, you know, taking food away from him or taking toys away from him. He enjoys petting. So he really has a lot of wonderful qualities, and we don't have any restrictions on the type of household that he can go to. You know, the person who brought him in did find him as a stray, but did also note that he was playful, he's energetic. They said in their house that he was crate trained and house trained, although we never guarantee any of those things. So you want to be prepared to do those basics with any new animal in your home. Even if, you know, it's just that they're learning your new routine and maybe they're going to the bathroom at a different time, they're in their crate for longer than maybe someone else had them in their crate, things like that.
So as you mentioned, he's a big guy.
Yes.
Do we expect him to get any bigger?
So I was talking with the processing team this morning, and he's listed as a lab shepherd mix, and they're thinking that he's maybe Anatolian shepherd, which is a larger breed of dog. Also, we have him estimated as approximately a year old, but they were saying he could be a little younger than a year. So even though he's, you know, in that 80-pound range right now, he definitely could grow a little bit more just in size and stature, but he's definitely going to fill out more. So expecting him to be a little bit larger than he is now. And just being prepared for the size that he's going to take up in your house, and being mindful of, you know, if you have a rental property that you live in, you know, there are often size and weight restrictions on your dogs in addition to their breed. So making sure that you're not just thinking about what he weighs now, but what he might weigh in the future with any of the animals that you're getting that might have a little wiggle room in their growing before you make them part of your family. If you want to make this big guy part of your household, as is always the case, the first step is going to make that appointment to visit and meet him. And you can do that by going to visitfcac.as.me.